I don't know about you, but I love watching fights in bed. However, I'm wondering if One Fighting Championship is sleeping on the MMA opportunity in the United States. I love watching fights in bed. What do I mean by that? I'm referring to international cards, the One Fight Championship, oftentimes early Friday mornings, but also international cards for the UFC, like the one that's happening tonight between Carlos Prates and JDM. It's in Perth, Australia. So for those of us in the States, we have to watch at the crack of dawn. I love this though because it shows the international scope of MMA. Also, it's a reminder to us, at least a reminder to me this morning as I was watching One Championship this morning, how entertaining, how amazing One Fight cards are with their mixture of MMA, kickboxing, and Muay Thai. Sometimes they also even have grappling in there. It's really exciting, a lot of action, even though there tend to be a lot of lighter weight classes, 125, 135. Those fighters, they come in and scrap. There were a number of finishes on the One Fight card this morning. That's got me thinking. As much as we talk about potential challengers to the UFC, and we talked about the failures of the PFL and Bellator and other promotions, and we've explored the idea of Netflix potentially being a viable competitor with one-off ad hoc cards, let's not forget about OneFC. And one of the things that I'm curious about and that we're going to explore in coming days is what's going on with One Championship. Why have they not had a bigger splash in the US MMA market? If you want a deeper fight night thoughts, dive into the business of MMA, you should check out the piece that I just did on the UFC and its relationship to various crypto platforms and brands, and the tie-ins to regulatory changes with the Trump administration. So we had an early morning card this morning with One Championship, and we have a late night slash early morning for those of us in the States UFC card airing from Perth, Australia. The main event is, I think, a great matchup between Carlos Prates and JDM. It's hard to call it, but I think I'm gonna go with JDM by hard fought decision. Prates has the potential to finish anybody, but I think that JDM's boxing and movement, the hard lessons learned in the Islam fight, will serve him well. He'll get the decision win over Carlos Prates, but it should be a lot of action in this main event. The rest of the card is not that exciting to me name wise, but because it's in person, because it's in Australia, which is a huge fight fan community, I actually think that the fans, the atmosphere, and the fighters are going to deliver a great card this evening. Let me know who you got in the comments.